see him with the success he's had early on this year. It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And taking the ball for the Mets, Ty Rodriguez. #1 in the league in strikeouts, Singy.
Yeah, that swing and miss pitch is next level, Boog. The ball just jumps out of his hand late.
It's not just power, it's precision. Every pitch has intent.
Yeah, and I'd say every start has entertainment value as well. You can't look away when he's on the mound.
Not just far, but loud, Singy. Everything seems to jump off his bat.
Yeah, Boog, when he connects, the ballpark turns into a souvenir shop. That home run total just keeps on climbing. What did Eric Young used to say? Souvenir City.
Moises Ballesteros, batting with one down, takes a strike. The Mets are looking very strong so far this season. That misses the zone, and a count 2-1.
Yeah, when a team's winning at this kind of pace, Boog, the vibes are great. I was on 2 different teams that had a .600 winning percentage or better in the first month of the season, and both of them went on to win the division.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. On the ground, and that's just foul. Here's a 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup. 2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
Swing and a miss. That one almost got him. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Man at first, and up next for New York, Ty Rodriguez. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A 2-run shot, home run number 40 on the year. And the Mets on the board first. It's 2-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Back here in Queens, second inning set to go.
5-run lead after their first at bat. That is huge at this point, but you've got to keep the attitude to keep your foot on the gas. Don't let that team back in this ball game. Cruise to the finish line, but do it with intention.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Rodriguez, more than 100 career wins on the mound. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. That one just misses.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. In time to get him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Got him swinging.
Well, I've always said it's tough. An elevated fastball you see so well, hard to lay off of. Well, when you're talking about 100 miles per hour, chances of catching up are next to none. So you see that one just blown right by him. I think you're going to have to start a lot earlier if you're going to catch up to that speed.
Strike two.
Well, he's been aggressive right out of the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. Bottom of the 2nd. So now here's the Mets DH, Ty Rodriguez. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Rodriguez with an impressive 3-homer performance in his last game.
Ooh, you know who had the longest stretch of time between 3-homer games? It was Reggie Jackson, who only did it twice in the regular season. Once in 1969 at 23 years old, and again in 1986 when he was 40. Amazing.
Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. And now the first baseman, Michael Bush. 0-1. Runner on the go. What a stop. Nicely done for the out. One out. Runner at second. Austin Wells, the next to hit. Man at second. Runner takes off for third. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. The run scores from second. It's an RBI single. It's 6-0. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Win in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Battling here as he fouls it away. 0-2 now. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. Now it's the second baseman, Kyren Paris.
No, that's a ball.
Well, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Stays alive.
100 miles an hour, foul that off. That's a good piece of swinging. I won't say hitting because he didn't get a knock, but a good piece of swinging to keep the at-bat alive.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
Hey!
Swings through that one for strike 2. Got him looking for the K. And he strikes out the side for the 3rd time today. 2 outs. Bases are full. This one's blistered. No doubt about it. Out of here. Grand slam. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they add to their lead. It's 10-0.
You know, more than 100 grand slams are hit every season in baseball, but they're still exciting every single time. Oh, great job here of staying within himself. You know that if you get a knock, you're going to drive in a couple, so stay focused on that. Well, he does more than just a knock. Hits the grand slam to drive in 4. Really good job at the plate.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
You know, these Angels just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
No!
That one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside. Sets him down on strikes. And that K brings him into double digits for the game. Swings over the top of that one.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
The Mets up big in this one. Top half of inning number 4. Swings and misses, struck him out. Kyle Manzardo, the next to hit for the Angels. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Just missed.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side for the 4th time today. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. This is Rodriguez back to work with the lead.
Yeah, and this is where you want to work quick and efficient. Pound the zone, force contact, no freebies, no drama.
You know, these Angels, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. 13 strikeouts now. He's putting together an impressive outing.
When you're getting overpowered by fastballs, the first thing is to get everything going a little bit sooner. Get that foot down early, then focus on being short to the baseball. Big swings and trying to drive the ball out of the park isn't going to get him anywhere.
Way out front for strike 2. On the ground to third, Vientos. Tosses to first, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th. 2 outs, base is empty. This is J.J. Bleday. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Bleday, in his 10th season, 34-year-old vet, he joined the team as a free agent.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. The high heat innings in the books. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Ty Rodriguez up now for the Mets.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
That's a ball.
Rodriguez made it rain homers in his last game, going deep 3 times. Swing and a high drive. That one way back there. On its way. Gone. So I got that going for me, which is nice. Another homer. That's his 3rd home run of the game. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 13-0.
Now he's just showing off out there. And who can blame him with a swing like that? Give that man a bat. Watch it go a long way. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Back here at Citi Field, start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and leading off, Mason Wynn. Just missed.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
Ball 2.
Really good run, perhaps a little bit too much on that 2-seamer. Couldn't hold the corner.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's K number 15 in the ball game. He's really dealing.
Well, guys throwing a lot of first pitch strikes. As a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
The Mets up big in this one, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Comes up empty. That's strike two. Got him swinging. What a game he's having. 16 Ks now.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
2 down, nobody on. Late on that fastball. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. The 1-2.
Ball.
And they'll do it again. Pitch misses. Ball 3.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his
That's
tenacity.
up the corner.
That's ball 4.
Take it back.
And that puts an end to the perfect game. Beavers at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. And add another K. That's number 17. What a game. Back here in Queens, here's the Angels catcher, Moises Ballesteros.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left.
Nope. That's inside.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Make it 18 strikeouts on the day.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a staple as a strikeout pitch over the years. And what's so tough as a hitter is that you see it extremely well. The problem is the velocity and spin rate just happens to jump by you. You expand your zone, you don't stay tall on the backside, and you're really not even able to make contact. If you do, many times it's a pop-up.
Breaking ball through there for a strike. The Halos yet to pick up a hit here. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fouled off the plate, they'll do it again. Another 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Strike 3, struck him out for the 3rd time today. Still no hits on the board. 1 out away from taking the no-no into the 8th. Number 98 in the box here lets that one go for a ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Going to count 1-2. Swing and a miss. And he strikes out the side for the 5th time today. So now the DH spot, Ty Rodriguez. That one's in there, 0-1. Valbuena, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts. In a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit.
No,
Now, as
that's
a
ball.
hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul. 2 on, 1 out. On the ground to third. Slings to first in time. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. Acuna, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Just missed.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Swings through that one. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 1 gone.
Well, it's talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Oh.
The Mets up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. In the air to left center. Young on the move. And there are 2 down.
Man, he's getting really close to this thing right now. Only 4 outs left, but it's going to be tough to get.
Liner snagged it first. Rodriguez back on the mound for the 9th, looking to finish what he started, Singy.
One more clean frame, Boog. That'd be the exclamation point on a strong day. Just 3 outs away from a CG.
Well, that 2-seamer is heat-seeking for right-handed batters. Just runs in on those hands.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
You can only imagine the nerves that some of the defensive players have right now. You got to have the mindset, I want the ball hit to me, but in front of that, you hope that he strikes the hitter out.
Rodriguez wants to challenge that one. Thought it was a strike. Got him looking for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Both down, bases empty here in the 9th. Swings and misses. And they're down to their last out.
Man, it's so tough to let a slow curveball like that one just travel all the way into the contact zone. You see it out of the hand, and you're telling yourself,
ground ball to short, and this ought to do it. History, the final out. Rodriguez went yard 3 times last game. With that elite power, you won't want to miss this one today. 1 down. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Ty Rodriguez. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. The Mets have raced out of the gate to start the season.
Yeah, going back to their early performance, Boog, that's the kind of thing that gets the fans fired up. And it gets the players fired up, too. They start to believe it's going to be a big year.
Got him. 2 down.
Well, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in. He gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then it just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
Go ahead run at first. Nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Good approach right there. You want to get something just a little higher that you can elevate. Stay out of that double play.
And fouled off.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Line drive to short and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove.
Bases loaded. 2 down. In the air. This one's well struck. And it is gone. Grand slam. That's his 4th home run of the series. And they boost their lead. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. So a great job here of staying within himself. You know that if you get a knock, you're going to drive in a couple. So stay focused on that. Well, he does more than just a knock. Hits the grand slam, the drive in 4. Really good job at the plate.
Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, in ballpark entertainment, you got a favorite mascot race?
Yeah, I love what they do in D.C. with the former presidents.
Somebody always gets tackled. They always get hurt.
I know, and it's just crazy. Imagining running around in those big, bulky suits, and somebody's always going to go down. Woo! He was all over that first pitch.
Out in this win, had only 1 hit, but made it count with a homer.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
1st and 2nd, 2 outs. Luis Angel Acuna, the next to hit for the Angels. Up the middle, Rodriguez. They take the force out, 3rd out. 1 down. Here's the second baseman, Ty Rodriguez.
That's the ball.
Rodriguez matched a homer in his last game.
Ball.
Two and 1 now. Oh, he gloves it. To his knee, the throw, and very nicely done for the out. That's ripped into the outfield. And that one is off the wall. The throw into second. And he's out, trying for 2.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
Back here at Citi Field, Ty Rodriguez steps in, league leader in OPS, Singy.
Yeah, he's crushing mistakes, but also taking what pitchers give him. That's next level hitting.
The 0-2.
Oh.
Makes the catch, 1 down. Well, 1-run game. So in now for the Angels, Kyren Paris. Hard hit, right side. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Ty Rodriguez up now for the Mets. 1 for 3. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
In the air, out towards right center. 2 away.
His defense is better than a lot of people think. He's a big guy, but very athletic, moves well, and that was a very nice play going back to get it out late in this ball game.
Here's the 0-2. Up the middle, Rodriguez gets it to first, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
Really nice job to get your first out of it.
Final score of 8-6 in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show,